Brought to you by
The Great Clown Scare, as I have chosen to call it, alongside the popularity of the remake of It, spawned a large group of smaller-scale, independently produced scary clown films in recent years, most of which aren't noteworthy in any regard. However, a few, in my opinion, stand out among the masses. Today I want to talk about one that, while not overly special by any means, is one that I won't soon be forgetting. Hello friends, welcome back to ETF. Today we land ourselves within a small city in Wisconsin that is terrorized by a mysterious clown who roams the streets late at night with nothing more than a handful of black balloons. The local news stations scramble to break the story on who he is and what he wants, while a group of high schoolers see the clown's arrival as an excuse to create a little trouble themselves. The police try to maintain order in a city that has gone clown crazy, and a conservative podcast host vows to put a stop to the clown known as Gags, while broadcasting his own clown hunt on social media for the world to see. Who is this mysterious figure that has the entire town up in arms? Why none other than Gags the Clown. Now, for starters, I'm not exactly sure what the need was to have this film be shot in a found footage format, outside of appeasing the numb-minded masses. In some way, I guess doing a clown scare film in this fashion does work, given the viral nature of the clown sightings in reality, most notably the infamous wrinkles. Personally, I feel that the structure of this story would have worked much better in a more traditional cinematic style. I think the thing that bothers me most is that the new standard of found footage seems to have become to intercut between a mix of cell phone, camcorder, surveillance, webcam, and news footage, in order to build out a plot structure that covers a wider range of perspectives. The issue with this is that it's just an unrealistic hodgepodge in which no one person would have access to all these video sources in order to compile the narrative, unless it happens several years after the fact. So we are left to assume that we are seeing these events in real time as we move between various pieces of media, which for me ruins the experience completely. Found footage was born from the idea that footage was found, abandoned somewhere, and composed to tell the story of what that footage contained. However, I guess at some point we forgot that along the way. That being said, I do get the feeling that the film is attempting to create a feeling that this was all footage that was compiled from around the internet and various other sources, and piecemealed to create a narrative. However, it's far too structured to fully sell that formula effectively. Another thing with found footage is that, in my opinion, to pull it off effectively, it needs to be on some level janky and underproduced. This entire film seems to just aim to capture and play up the clown scare phobia that swept the country a few years ago. Aside from Lauren Ashley Carter, the performances throughout this one are mediocre at best. I even get the feeling that she isn't giving her strongest performance in this one. However, the way her character is written, I suppose it could be chalked up to the character's attitude and demeanor. I do get a very Gale Weathers vibe from her here. Her performance does get better as the plot progresses, which makes me believe that it was a choice for the character. For the sake of pushing the film's concept as far as they can, they drive this idea heavily into the realm of the supernatural, making Gag's presence cause camera glitches and having him appear into the footage through visual distortion, basically elevating him to the level of modern myths like Slender Man. The film makes use of some cool-looking locations and concepts, such as a strange powder substance that apparently kills those exposed to it, reanimates them, and causes them to carve their faces into clown makeup shapes. Definitely not something that I've seen before. The story builds toward a climax in an abandoned mill building, which far too many found footage films tend to do. The building is abandoned, but for some reason has brand new security cameras placed throughout it, which is briefly explained away in passing. Clearly this was an excuse for more angle options for the filmmakers. However, I will say that it does play with a few different ideas and visuals that will pique the interest of those who love the subgenre. The look alone of Gags is heavily reminiscent of Wrinkles the Clown, which is what drew me toward this film in the first place. I'm giving Gags the Clown a C-. Would I go out of my way to seek this one out? Probably not. Do I recommend checking it out if you have it readily available? Sure, why not? It isn't a terrible film by any means, though it does go places at times that I feel were a bit unnecessary and sometimes uneventful. If you enjoy seeking out the latest and greatest creepy clown flicks, then you might get some enjoyment out of this one. In making these videos, keeping them engaging and interesting is key. And one of the best ways I've found to do just that is by including a great music bed to help guide you through the horrors that we explore. Unfortunately, YouTube's audio library can only get you so far. That's why we here at ETF have partnered with Epidemic Sound. At Epidemic Sound, you can get yourself access to one of the largest online royalty-free music libraries that exist out there. With over 32,000 tracks from world-class composers, artists, and bands in a massive variety of genres, over 60,000 sound effects, unlimited downloads and use, and all rights covered, all for only $15 a month. For smaller content creators like myself, or those aspiring to get started on the platform, there is no better option for music for your projects in my opinion. And if you sign up now using the link down in the description, you can get yourself 30 days access to this incredibly vast library absolutely free. So click that link below and elevate your audio with Epidemic Sound. In making these videos, keeping them engaging and interesting is key. And one of the best ways that I've found to do just that is by including a great music bed to help guide you through the horrors that we explore. Unfortunately, YouTube's audio library can only get you so far. That's why we here at ETF have partnered with Epidemic Sound. At Epidemic Sound, you can get yourself access to one of the largest online royalty-free music libraries that exist out there. With over 32,000 tracks from world-class composers, artists, and bands in a massive variety of genres, over 60,000 sound effects, unlimited downloads and use, and all rights covered, all for only $15 a month. For smaller content creators like myself, or those aspiring to get started on the platform, there is honestly no better option for music for your projects in my opinion. And if you sign up now using the link down in the description, you can get yourself 30 days access to this incredibly vast library absolutely free. So click that link below and elevate your audio with Epidemic Sound. But that's all for today, friends. If you are enjoying the content so far and want to help us keep bringing new types of videos for you to enjoy, please consider supporting ETF on Patreon, where every pledge goes right back into the channel to help us with upgrading equipment, maintaining our software, and checking out new flicks to discuss here. If you want to see more videos like these, feel free to let us know down below, or give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will catch you all next time. Thanks for watching.